about what's right. And what's right are good schools for our students and good schools for the people who work there every day.
Today was a beautiful day in Springfield, Illinois, and I can prove it to you. That is Springfield, Illinois today. Just an enormous crowd there, an enormous rally at the state capitol.
You know, as we were looking ahead 3 years ago, there was a lot of, I think, anxiety and fear about the future. We were going to face sort of two existential threats as a union. One of them, Bruce Rauner, and then we knew we would see these court cases coming generated by Bruce Rauner to the Supreme Court. And so I'm really proud of our members in our union. We looked at those threats, at the threat of Bruce Rauner, at the election. We had to elect pro-labor, pro-education, pro-public service legislators. And we did that.
My local attended PAC meetings sponsored by the IFT and other labor organizations, and we were able to ask questions of people running for office. We were able to listen to their message and make decisions about if they would be good education candidates.
We had a 600% increase in the number of members who actually went to those meetings.
It really brought out the activism in a lot of teachers. It encouraged us to really fight for what was right, for school funding, for other laws that would help our communities and our students. And we went door to door and really encouraging them to go out and vote.
The very first week after announcing I was going to run, my union came in to help. Had it not been for that seed money that I got from them, I wouldn't be where I am today. I was one of 155 teachers that ran for state level positions. Not all of us won, but at least we made a statement that we are going to stand up for what we believe in.
Already we have a budget, and in the short time that Governor Pritzker has been governor, our bargaining power is already changed for the better.
J.B. Pritzker's been completely different. It's a radical change. We have to get Illinois back on its feet as a state. And the first way we're going to do that is to raise revenue fairly for working people. And then you look at the legislative session we had. Recall rights for our PSRPs, an increase in the minimum teacher salary, which I would say to you is still not enough. One of the first things J.B. Pritzker did for public employees. Their negotiated step increases and back pay, and that's huge. We knew the Supreme Court, the conservative Supreme Court, was not going to be friendly to unions, and we'd get a decision that would impair union rights. And again, I'm blown away by our membership and our leaders. 83% of our members said yes to the union. They recommitted, they signed a new card, and that meant we survived that. And we did more than survive. We're thriving. Post-Janus. We are thriving. We're stronger as a union, and we're stronger as a movement.
Making some noise, but not loud enough for Acero charter managers to meet teachers' demands.
The men and women of the City College's Support Staff Union have been without a contract for 3 years.
Throughout the state of Illinois and across the country today, we are rallying for immigration rights, we're rallying for higher education, and we're rallying to support our students.
In addition to teacher strikes, one of the things we've seen is a renewed interest in unions.
Taking a page out of the history of folk music and organized labor, Old Town school teachers have filed to unionize by joining the Illinois Federation of Teachers.
I took it upon myself to say I want to be a part of the union, because usually what has been happening is that the members think that this is a kind of a service-oriented type of organization where it's someone else that helps to get their issues resolved. And I felt that it was important that myself, as a union member, should engage and be part of that whole empowering process.
You don't have to be a leader with a title, and working together, all it takes is a group of 10 that grows into a group of 20, and you can be a small local.
I have hope for my school district that when I inspire and train my kids to go out and be citizens in the world, they might actually enter a decent labor force. Public schools are an important part of a democracy.
We don't win, quite frankly, until our class sizes are all manageable. We don't win until our parents have good paying jobs. We don't win until everyone whose services can retire in dignity and that there's not a looming threat of their retirement security being disrupted. You know, we don't win until all of our schools are fully supported with nurses, social workers, counselors, the clinicians that we need to confront and combat the trauma that we experience day in and day out in our communities. We don't win until we actually have communities that are safe and that they're thriving. We're glad and we're applauding the governor for responding to our movement.
Our members have been willing to put everything on the line for making the world we live in a better place. And I know we're going to continue to do that. Our unions are growing. I'm proud to say we actually have more members today than we had before Janice. And that's going to continue.
This union's yours and mine. I'm gonna let it shine. This union's yours and mine. I'm gonna let it shine. This union's yours and mine. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine.